G'day folks, and welcome to World of Tanks with the Magnificent Margon. Well, I haven't had a great run in the AT7 for quite a while, until recently. Over the last sort of couple of weeks, I've sort of been practicing a few things and trialing out a few things. I haven't actually watched too many review videos on the AT7. Reasons for that is, well, I don't know, it's just sort of one of those tanks. You just sort of can jump in and more or less play. There's not much to it. It's not terribly complicated as a tank goes. The AT7 is very, very heavily armoured as a tank. A couple of weak points on it, to what I know now. I was actually quite annoyed with this dick at Max sitting here in the open, going, why are you sitting there behind three layers of bushes that no one can spot for you for? So I pulled right up here, and it's probably a bit of a dick move, but at the same time, yeah, I felt like being a dick, and if I feel like being a dick, I'm gonna be a dick. And oh, okay, what's my right? Okay, I'll just keep it in free cam mode. Okay, so basically what happened was I looked back at him and I went, I'm blocking your shots, and all those TDs, they'd scampered off, because there's no point in sitting there. It's a kill zone. You're going to die. For me, yeah, I could probably sit here quite comfortably. I've also got binoculars too, but I can't actually see through the cars there, so that makes it very difficult. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to move up now. It's time to be a bit more aggressive. And I was pretty confident nobody was actually down that end of the road. We are being capped by a locust. Nobody's gone to the field area. Now, I knew that that was going to be the downfall of this battle, so I sort of thought, I'm going to move up and let's just do some damage. This tank can be quite powerful. Rate of fire is 4.89 seconds on this tank with my crew, so it's pretty impressive. I'm pretty happy. Now, the first target I see is the E2. I did auto aim, then I released it to adjust. There we go. Now and aim my shots more accurately into this E2. I've pushed up so I can now. If you look at the map, I'm going to pause it very quickly, purely because of one reason. I haven't got my free cam mod working, so I'll just zoom out. It's been playing up lately. As you can see, the 29's there. Now, you would think that a PZ4, a Stuart, a Chinook Kai, an E25, a Dicker Max, and a Panzer IV wouldn't do too bad against him. Well, you're wrong. Every single one of them basically dies. But at the same time, I decided it's time to go man mode on all of these tanks, and I'm pretty confident about bouncing against this E2. I'm not very confident though that my team seems to be falling back, but at least I know my right flank is secure. Worry about where the KV1 is. If you look at my map with XVM, it's sort of showing that he was somewhere. Now here we go. E2, bounced him, planted one straight through the side of him, lining up another shot. Ooh, he's doing a bit of damage, but I finished him off. KV1's now popped out, bounced him, and bouncing him tells me he's not using the derp cannon, which is perfect, but I've pulled back. Reasons for pulling back, like I have, is I more or less just want to take my time. Now, there is an object between me and him, so, but it doesn't matter. I can just zip my gun around the side of the object and take him out. So that's my second kill. That Chinook Kai out here behind me, he's going to be, yeah. And as you can see, look at the team. The Stuart's now moved around, the Locust has moved around. Why didn't they swing around and try and get on another flank of that T29? I don't know. Okay, 34, auto aim, don't need to worry about him, auto kill. KV85 knows that he's dead, but someone needs to deal with this KV3, I decide, and I'm probably pretty strong enough. I'm strong enough to do this. I'm confident. I know the KV3's got a great gun, but I'm confident I can take him. And when he's sitting like this, perfect. And as you can see, look at that. Look at that. I came out. Let's zoom back in. Had my tank, and I took the fire, pulled back, and turned and repositioned, giving myself a better angle for sloping. Oh, I've just done the wrong button. This button here. So, in essence, if I zoom out to where the KV3 is, and you look, that's his shot there. So coming in, that's the angle he's got to shoot me at. So he hasn't got a lot to shoot at, and if he aims down low, all he's going to be able to really shoot is bounce points up here, and probably around the machine gunner's port too, as well as it gives this a greater angle. So doing that gave me a better thing. Now that was silly of me without aiming. I did it because I was moving. Took my time, planned another one straight through. Angling again. Look at that angle. That's exactly what you do. You just angle. I'm hoping the PZ4. Look at that bounce. Bounce like a boss. And I was really happy then. I was like, yeah, that's 2 shots sucked in. I'm winning this one. Aim down low. Oh, that was just unlucky. That's right. I got enough reload time, and then he's aiming up, and that was where I didn't get my tank angled enough, and he shot straight through my gun port. So now I got to come around this corner, and then finish him off quite comfortably, straight through a lot. Saw the AT2 and went, yeah, nah, the Firefly should be okay. He'll be all right. I'm going to go deal with the 2 medium tanks. I can take medium tanks. Yeah, not a problem. I'm a fixed turreted tank. Oh, bounced your Chinukai. Okay, you want to die? Fine. But this is the downfall part. Okay, T29 somehow, and good on him, in my opinion. Good on him. Like the T29's been left on 1,000 hit points. Okay, unless this Firefly can take the AT2 out, but realistically, he didn't. I couldn't quite get around this corner to get this Chinukai. The Firefly is still messing around. If the Firefly had just left the AT2, gone back to base, reset it, then come back out here and given me a hand, it might have been a different story. I just couldn't get this Chinukai. He was just he was playing, going, I don't want to die, no way. But he was a good player. He's a green player on the map. He has played a total of 8,000 battles, so he's a pretty confident player. He knows what he's got to do. Efficiency rating of 1500. He probably sits at the same efficiency rating as what I normally do at this point in time. My efficiency is not actually as great as what it could be, purely and simply because I've played a hell of a lot of low tier tanks, and haven't played much in the high range, whereas he's probably played a lot more up in the top end of the map and done very well with it, as well as he's probably in a clan. So being in a clan does give you special bonuses as well, because you're able to then play with people and grow and be developed. Now there are a lot of clans out there that will help you. Every server has a different one that is actually quite good, but nonetheless, I think this has been a really good battle to show of the AT7. The AT7 has always been, I think, sort of, it hasn't been shrouded in a cloud of mist as such. Everyone knows about it. Everyone knows its weak points, being the cup holder, the machine gunner's port. That they are the weak points, as you can see, where they've penetrated me. They've penetrated me just below this machine gunner port, straight through there, and the cup holder has been hit quite a few times. I think there was about 3 hits on the cup holder top. So everyone knows that they're the weak points on the front of the tank. But if you play this tank right, you look after this tank, and you have and the top gun on this thing is amazing. I didn't realise how powerful it was until I really started using this tank. I had a problem for a long time with this tank where it was trolling me hard. Once I figured out I didn't actually have the top gun on this, but top gun had amazing times. The top gun on the AT7 is brilliant. You need the top motor and the top tracks and everything else just to help this tank be maneuverable. Almost a top gun, 5 kills. Almost. If I got this Chinukai, it would have been 5 kills. The Firefly didn't mess around with the AT2 quite as long, and maybe I should have actually assaulted on and crawled up to take on the AT2 from behind. It would have exposed me to the Chinukai, but maybe we would have had a bit of a chance to actually get the T29. Who knows? I highly doubt it. He was too far capped. I'm too slow to get back there. The Firefly had a better chance of getting back there, and he just wasn't reacting to it. 4,000 battles, in the average sort of experience, you sort of still you know what you've got to do as the basics, but it was just unfortunate that he messed around with the AT2 instead of just ignoring him. The AT2 wouldn't be able to catch him, and they could have been just high sight of just thinking, oh, I can kill him. Who knows what was going through his head. So yeah, that's the AT7, guys. I haven't done as many battles as I would have liked that are great in this tank. There's only been a handful. But But recently, since I've started becoming a bully tank like that, and using my tank to maneuver and the traverse speed in this tank to actually do those sort of things, it's made a hell of a change to the tank for me. And even Kaz commented to me tonight when we were playing, he goes, wow, you just bounced. What was it? I can't remember what I bounced, but he said you bounced at point blank range. And I said it's just coming down to the fact that I'm using the tank, getting the angle right. Oh, it's Tortoise, tier 9 TD, the TD that comes after the AT-15, which is the tank that's after this one. I bounced, and it was only because all I did was that simple maneuver as you saw with the KV3, where I came around the corner, poked out, brought my tank back round, and angled it. That's all it takes, and that's as simple as it was. I bounced the Tortoise, and I only took the damage from an E75. But the difference was, Kaz and I bullied the E75 back. He couldn't take both of us on because I bounced him a couple of times too earlier in the piece, so that didn't help him any way, shape, or form. So that's what I mean. Tier 9 tanks you can take on with a tier 7 tank quite comfortably in the AT7, and I sort of thought, well, you know what, that's where I'm going to push that. I might actually dig out that other AT7 battle and show it a bit later on. It wasn't a bad battle. It looked like we were going to lose that battle, and all of a sudden we won it on the other one. So it was a good one. You know what, bugger it, I'm going to show it to you now. Why not? Let's dig that one out too. So hang on a second. Let me go get that one, and then I'll be right back with the next battle. Alright guys, this was actually relatively easy to find. It was just sitting in the folder on the top, basically. I actually copied out my ResMod folder, and in doing so, it actually meant that, not my ResMod folder, that's the modification folder that you put your mods into. What is it? The replays folder. Now, no, the camera is not bugging out and wigging out there. It's actually me. Kaz said, I'm not going uphill. I'm not dying. GW Panther, S51, yeah, not happening. I'm not going to my death. I'm like, no, you go up there. You're heavy tank. Go. Do your job. We'll do our job down there is camping TDs. Well, that's what I thought we were going to do. That's what we discussed. But I'm pretty sure Pro is actually in his Christmas present from me, an E25. And I don't know what he was doing in his E25, but it became a light tank in a matter of seconds too, which was kind of weird. And I actually think I might follow him around with my free cam. I think it's actually working now, the free cam. Let's have a look. Yes, free cam is actually working. Now Kaz has not just stopped there. We've had a lot of problems. If you actually look at my ping at the moment at the top, it's 204. Frames per second. It's not too bad. I was doing about 40 to 50 frames per second, so I'm not complaining about that. Now over here with Pro. Now Pro is not in a bad position to scout, well, not scout from, but to spot from. The only thing is, for some twisted reason, he does this. He does, for some reason. But the other thing is, I want to point out. Now we'll quickly zip over this way. If you look over here, look at that. Heavy tanks over the ridge, heavy tanks through the valley. IS-8's the only one there, but the enemy, all their tanks are actually over in the far corner here. They are running for their lives. Now I don't think I'll be able to pick them up because they're not within my render distance of the tank that I'm on. No, I can't actually see them. And even if I do come all the way over here, I don't think I'll be able to. Which is the way it goes. It's just the way the mods work. If they're not in render distance, you can't see them. So I knew straight away that it was going to be a very heavy push. But I'm going to zoom back over here to, because as you can see, Kaz and I are moving into a position over here together. If you look at the mini-map where I am, and all of a sudden Pro does this. He bounces a shot. That was very lucky. Must have been off the WZ11 he bounced. And I saw him and I went, turn left, go down that alleyway, go as fast as you can, do not stop. Because I couldn't believe what he was doing. And I said, we need you to get back, try and take and engage the Bulldog. I don't know what he's doing. I would have turned out there, but he didn't turn out there, and the Bulldog has now detracked him. And he's going to be finished off by the IS-6, and that was just very, very unfortunate for him. Very disappointing, and that was the end of it. But as you can see, I'm now engaged in the Indian Panzer that he was taking on. Now I've got binoculars, so I can actually see him. He can't actually see me. Ooh, critical hit. And this is the perfect situation, more or less, for me. Now look at this. This shot. This is a brilliant shot. Like, hang on. Once I just line up where the shot is. Hang on. Right. Let's go back in the free cam mode. Free cam mode. Here we go. Why aren't you working? Come on. Give me my free cam. There we go. Let's go over here. Let's have an actual look at the T30. The T30. Now, if that's a nice fire shot. My shot, here it comes, flying through the air. And you just look at him. Look at like what I've got to shoot at from where I am realistically. And look at that. All it did was basically penetrate him on the top here. If I can get this to work properly. So it's literally just penetrated through the side of his gun turret and it did damage. And that's what I was looking at. That's how I was looking. I'm looking straight down the line. Just missed the 1390, but I've realised I've been spotted. Now, we've had the WZ in the cap area, but the 49's dealing with him quite nicely. I said to Kaz, I'm going to go deal with him now and figure out what's going on. And Kaz has moved up. I said to him, okay, the E75 is going to be the only problem we have. We've got to sort of get this WZ11. Now, I really wanted to get one of these tanks, but I've missed out on my opportunity to get one. And that was because I actually fell ill over the weekend, and it just didn't allow me the opportunity to do what I wanted to do. But I knew that what I had to do was get around this way, so the E75 couldn't flank me. Kaz has called out, the E75 has been spotted. I've kept moving my tank as fast as it can go, get around this corner, get some butt sex on the WZ11. That was the Bulldog's fault, not my problem if he does that. And he's just killed him before I could. But then he's going after that. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is the engagement. I actually thought I can do this. I'm going to take on this E75. Come around the corner. Oh, I wore the first one, but I can wear a hit. Let's get in the position. Lower glacier pad. Hit his track. Well done. He's playing well. Boom. Straight through. He's done another damaging hit to me. I can wear another hit from him. I know that. He's only using the low tier. There we go. Another one straight through the lower plate. Now he's side scraping. Aim for the top. Nah, not going to help. Okay. Oh, he's missed me. And I said to Kaz, he's side scraping now. He's hold down. I tried again. No, they're not going to have it. Pull back. Pull back. There's no point in taking on an E75 like that. We need him to come out. Oh look, he's doing exactly what we want. Okay, let's get aggressive now and let's move up his fight. Oh, and here's a Tortoise. Tortoise has missed his first shot. I said the E75 has to go down. Oh, I actually wore the Tortoise shot. I didn't realise I wore that. Just missed his top cup holder. I've pulled back in and he's finished me off. So it was unlucky. I actually lied. I didn't bounce the shot off the Tortoise. But, as you can see, I did take a fair smack of damage off these guys. A hell of a lot more than I actually thought I would. Purely and simply because these guys, realistically, they should have wrecked me. And that's the way it is. As you can see, this battle came from being a battle behind to a battle in front. Oh, and there goes Kaz. That was just unfortunate. That was just unfortunate. But that's as simple as what it is. The AT7 is a very strong tank when you can use it properly. Probably took a few more hits than I thought I did off the E75 than I needed to. I didn't bounce the hit that I thought I did with the Tortoise, but I pushed out and was aggressive against the E75, allowing him to slow him down. Doing a total of 1,140 damage. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm very happy with it. And as adversing tier 9 tanks, nonetheless, most of my damage was against tier 9 tanks. And that's the beauty of it. Like the Indian Panzer, yeah, okay, here's a tier 8 tank. So tier 8 and tier 9 tanks was the ones that I was firing on and did really, really well. And it's all about knowing your tanks too. Knowing the weak points can make the edge in any battle. But look guys, that's enough from me. I really hope you've enjoyed these battles that I've shown you of the A27. I think the A27 is a great tank. I am really looking forward to the A215. The A215 has its flaws as well, as everyone knows. But I'll go into more details with the A215 once I get that tank and play a few battles in it, get the top gun and all the other stuff unlocked in it. And that shouldn't be too far away. I've only got about, I think I worked it out before, that I've probably got about 30,000 to go, so it's not going to be too long before I get the A215, which I've been sort of really happy about. It might actually be less than that. I actually think it's 15. Actually, I know I like it about 15,000, but half of that, because no, the comet's about 30,000 away from getting the Centurion 1. So yes, outside that guys, happy hunting, and I'll catch you on those battlefields.